guys? Joseph. Oh, you know what, Darius? Like we did, like I did with Noah. When I say Joseph, you just say and Darius.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All
right, let's try it. Hey, what is up, guys? Joseph.
Hey, what is up, guys? It's Joseph here, and today we're bringing you guys a brand new video. Today, I'm here to give you guys a brand new special guest. Today, you probably don't know this guest. He's pretty underground, you know. But today, our special guest is Darius Hill from Scooter. Regular man, yeah. Hey, Darius, how have you been? Oh, I've been good, man. Just, out and about. I'm a little ill, but we're making it. So what kind of video are we doing today, Joseph? We're bringing you guys a brand new top 10 video games. Our favorites. Our favorites. Some might be our favorites for nostalgia reasons, and others might be our favorites because they're actually really good. Who knows which? But with that being said, let's jump right into it.
Well, that wasn't my plan for
Hit that intro.
That wasn't my plan for the intro, but I guess that'll work.
Hit the music. So, Joseph, do you have any honorable mentions?
Yes, I got 3 honorable mentions.
Okay, let me get mine off my chest first.
Okay, you want to go?
Mine would be Final Fantasy 13 as an honorable mention. It was a really good game, with the first one still being a part of the first 2 actually, still having the traditional Final Fantasy route, and then the third one, Lightning Returns, having the more combat style that they're going for the later Final Fantasy series. So yeah, 13.
Well, I got 3 honorable mentions. The first one, I've talked about this game before on this channel, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Thor, take care of those gunships. Spider-Man, draw them towards the stern.
Sure thing. I just love being the target.
Wolverine, you
Do
go.
it, Boy Scout. I don't take orders from you.
An RPG set in the Marvel universe, teaming up to stop Marvel villains, Doctor Doom, Loki, some obscure villains, and just it's a Marvel fanboy video game RPG. Second honorable mention, Left 4 Dead 2. I'm a big fan of zombies. If you've been following my channel since the beginning, you know. And Left 4 Dead 2 is just like Left 4 Dead 1, but it's a lot more fun, because there's a lot more different kinds of weapons. You got chainsaws, a lot of different weapons. In the first one, there was only a shotgun, a pistol, a rifle, and that was it. Am I forgetting something?
Maybe.
I said there was an automatic in there too, but either way, Left 4 Dead 2, just like I love it just as much as the first Left 4 Dead, but it's got more weapons choice.
I've thought of another honorable mention. Resident Evil 7. Honestly, this game was like one of the first person horror-ish games that really interest me. And it really does scare the shit out of me when I play it. But it's still a really fun game. My good friend Hipster played the demo a long time ago when that demo was out. It was really scary, honestly. I still get chills when I look at that video. But yeah, Resident Evil 7.
Last honorable mention is The Sims 3. Essentially playing house. And I've made fun of it because looking at it from the outside, I thought The Sims was stupid. But I had spent so many hours playing The Sims. It's ridiculous. Because I just get so addicted to it.
Another honorable mention I thought of was Jak and Daxter.
What?
Jak and Daxter. A good old-fashioned PS2 PlayStation game that's really enjoyable. It was around the time when Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, and Ratchet and Clank was released, and that was one of the good ones that came out from them, and that was really enjoyable.
My number 10, Minecraft. Essentially, where you can let your mind run free. The limits is your imagination. You can build whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want to in this game. You can play the survival. You can play creative. Mainly, I just play creative because I don't really want to spend time eating food, cooking, searching for supplies and all that. I play survival sometimes, but usually I just play creative because that way you get all the supplies.
I'm not a kid, so I've never played Minecraft. I've never been a kid. I was born an adult.
I knew you were going to make that. I knew it.
I was born as an adult, so I've never played Minecraft. But my number 10, one of the Burnout games. They're really fun to play. You might not have heard of them, Joseph. They're like racing games, except you can basically crash your opponent's car or whatever. And
I wonder why they call it Burnout.
Exactly. It's such an interesting title.
I was being sarcastic.
It's such an interesting title. I would have never expected them to call it Burnout. But I really like the series, especially the ones that are co-op. One of the recent ones were more of a single-based player game, so it wasn't as fun as some of the ones that are local player games. So yeah.
I just don't appreciate how you think I'm stupid. Like you say the video game is called Burnout, and you're gonna say that it's a racing game. What was it gonna be? About fire?
It could have been.
Jesus. Okay. Number 9 is State of Decay 2. It's a sandbox. It's a game where it's a zombie apocalypse. What I love about this game is it's a survival game that adapts to whatever you play. You got to be careful because if one of your character dies, that's it. There's no respawning with that character. That character is gone forever, essentially. So there is actual risk involved. There's strategy in play because you got to figure out where your escape route and everything. I love State of Decay 2. Love the first one too, but the second one expanded on the whole idea of what the first one could have been.
I feel like our lists are going to be completely different because we're two completely different people.
Oh, they probably will.
But my number 9 is Dissidia.
Knowing you,
my number 9.
Knowing you probably have a lot of fighting games.
That is true. My number 9 is Dissidia Final Fantasy, which is basically a game full of every Final Fantasy. It's a fighting game, and it has almost every Final Fantasy character on there from the first one.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
From the first one up to 13 that you can use. I really enjoyed this game a lot. My favorite characters, was obviously Cloud because that's, mainstream. He was the emo boy, and I was the emo boy, so I really resonated with Cloud. Can't get any better than that.
My number 8 is a game. It's a game where it's not a great game in terms of gameplay, but what it lacks in gameplay, it more than makes up for in the story. Telltale's The Walking Dead. Really, any Telltale game I'm a fan of, except for that Michonne game. But my favorite of all of them is The Walking Dead. Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 that's going on right now. I haven't played 4, but I have seen the story of the first episode. I haven't seen any of the other episodes, but from what I see of season 4 and it being the last season, it looks like it's going to be a great conclusion to what a great series.
My number 8 is another classic, Super Mario Sunshine. One of the first Mario games I played on the GameCube. It was an interesting game. I had a water nozzle. Like, what gets better than that, man? Honestly, we had to defeat these paint blobs and stop this Ink Mario from escaping. It was amazing, okay? It was just an amazing game. Fun, amazing, great to play with friends. It was a single-player game, but it's great to play with friends still.
So my number 7, Mass Effect 2. I mean, what can you say other than, like, it's every choice you make matters. It's a sci-fi game, third-person shooter, kind of an RPG, where literally every choice you make matters. And I know that's usual, like Telltale's, where they say every choice you make matters, but not really. Mass Effect, every choice you make matters.
My number 7 is Soul Calibur 2, another fighting game.
I knew this was going to be on your list.
It could have been higher. It really should have been higher. But
yeah, knowing you, I'm surprised it wasn't.
Soul Calibur 2 is an amazing game. I got Soul Calibur 6, by the way. It's nice, too. I would have put it on here, but I haven't played it for that long. It's been a good, maybe month or two now since I had it. But yes, Soul Calibur 2 is a super classic game. It introduced me to the Soul Calibur series. Siegfried, he's my guy. If you try to fight me, I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
My number 6 is... This may be a little unpopular of an opinion. My personal favorite Assassin's Creed game, Black Flag. I know a lot of people who prefer Assassin's Creed 2. I like Assassin's Creed 2. I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything, but Black Flag has always been my personal favorite. It's my personal favorite story, the gameplay, everything you can do outside of the main story, the bounty missions, the selling the CDs, everything I love about Black Flag.
Going on to number 6. My number 6 is a interesting game called God Eater.
What?
God Eater. Now, you might not know what kind of game this is. Well, it's not an open world game. It's more of a mission based game. I'd say if it was there any other game similar to this, it's very similar to Monster Hunter.
Oh.
But basically, there are these kaiju creatures that have taken over the world, and you're using kaijus against them. Like, you're creating weapons out of the kaijus y'all have captured to basically fight against them. So yeah.
My number 5 is GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5. I like Assassin's Creed being Black Flag being an unpopular opinion. GTA 5 is probably another unpopular opinion I have, because I don't know how many people prefer San Andreas over GTA 5. I'm more of a GTA 5 guy.
The people that probably preferred San Andreas over 5 were people that's with it for the nostalgia purposes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with why people are saying San Andreas is better. Yes, San Andreas influenced gaming more, but what San Andreas did with the customization and everything like that, GTA 5 does it better, in my opinion.
Fun fact: I've never played GTA Online before, but it's still getting updates to this day. So I guess that's saying how popular it is.
And the daggone heists are fun too.
Yeah. But going on to my number 5 is Final Fantasy 15. That's
the one on.
It's probably
that's the newest one, right?
Yes, that's the newest one. That's the newest one. It's probably bad for me to put it up this high because I haven't played much of it yet. You're probably going to see me play more of it soon once I start streaming more.
Where are you at?
I'm going to start over on it, actually.
You gonna start over? Where did you get? Like, how far did you get?
Made it back home to see it was taken over by a lot of people, so I'm still in the beginning. But we're starting over because I forgot how to play this game, honestly.
I'm a little bit further than you are.
And it's going to be really interesting.
Wow, close. I haven't played it in a while.
It's going to be an interesting adventure.
My number 4. The unpopular opinions probably just keep on coming. Batman Arkham Asylum. The story, the only thing I would say about the city that's better is the more open world. Because Arkham City is a whole lot bigger than Arkham Asylum. But the story of Arkham Asylum I like more than Arkham City.
Time for this dance. Let's start the party with a bang.
Well, this is interesting, Joseph. Not really that interesting. But this goes not so well with my number 4. My number 4 is SpiderMan, the PS4 game. Now, a little opposite from Joseph's.
I haven't played it. I want to play it. I haven't.
A little opposite from Joseph's. SpiderMan PS4 feels like it has more of an open world type of thing. Like, it's very much of a larger area that you could swing across from. And, it's amazing. The graphics are beautiful.
It's daggum New York City. What do you expect?
You can shoot. You have a lot of suits you can get. A lot of side missions and stuff you can do. It's a very good game.
My number 3 is Kingdom Hearts. Love the Kingdom Hearts series. Personally, my favorite, the first one. It started off the adventure. The worlds. The only thing I like more about the second Kingdom Hearts is the Lion King world.
Fun fact, the only thing I've seen from Kingdom Hearts is the second one, and that's because Cloud and Sephiroth are on there.
Cloud and Sephiroth are on the first one, too. It's Final Fantasy.
They're on the second one. And they have a nice fight. And they have a nice fight. And it's amazing.
On the first one.
And it's amazing.
It's on the first one, too.
But going on to my number 3 is Ratchet and Clank. A good game. Based on nostalgia purposes alone, it's a really good game. From when it first came out all the way to when the reboot came out in 15 or 16, if I'm not mistaken. The movie was even good that came out with the game. I think I like the game a lot more than the movie, but the movie was also really good. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet, the Lombrax, he's a very cool, very funny, very chill. Clank, the more intelligent, more about the mission and skillful guy. Also a very chill person. Robot, technically.
Yeah, I wondered why they call him Clank. Number 2, for a long time, not really long time, maybe like 4 or 5 years. Skyrim. Skyrim used to be my number 1 favorite video game of all time, but something had surpassed it recently that I played. But Skyrim, for the amount of hours that I've put in Skyrim, it's by far the most that I put into any of these games that I've talked about today in any video game ever. The amount of stuff you can do, the side quests, the main mission, the DLCs, everything about Skyrim I love.
My number 2 is Fortnite. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Alright. My actual number 2.
Yeah, you want to talk about me being a kid with Minecraft and being freaking Fortnite.
My actual number 2 is Final Fantasy VII. Listen,
you want the Final Fantasy games.
The introduction of Cloud, one of the most popular mainstream Final Fantasy characters to date. Amazing. He doesn't have the right memories in his head at the beginning, and you have to play the game to for him to know whose memories were planted in his head. It was a really good game. I could have said Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII on the PSP because that's the game I've played a lot, and it was like a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. And oh my god, that game is amazing. No matter how much you want to beat the final boss, they force you to not to because you can't, because it's a prequel. So would it make sense if you beat them? I really love those games, man.
But my number 1 favorite video game is a game that I actually hated when it first came out, but I've since learned to love it. PUBG. Okay, I'm kidding. Seriously, Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favorite video game of all time now. The amount of I haven't put it in as much hours as I have on Skyrim over the years, obviously, because it just came out in November, I think. But the amount of hours I put in from November to now is ridiculous. It's the number one game I play now. The story, I beat the story within maybe a week, and I was actually not looking forward. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't super excited about it because it wasn't going to be John Marston you were going to be playing as. It was going to be a new character, and I found myself actually liking Arthur Morgan more than I did John Marston. So when the ending of the main story happens, I probably was more affected by it than I was the first Red Dead Redemption. I love the second Red Dead Redemption.
Look at Joseph getting emotional over a video game.
Yeah, the only freaking video game I've gotten, or not the only video game, because I came close to crying. Well, I did cry a little bit on that Telltale's the first season of The Walking Dead.
Well, going to my number one. My number one is another fighting game, actually. Well, kind of fighting, yeah. Is
Mortal Kombat!
No. Mortal Kombat should have been an honorable mention.
I honestly don't really care about all the fighting games.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I should have seen that coming.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Jeez.
It has the biggest roster to date for any Dragon Ball Z game. I've played this so many times when I was a kid. Dude, you could play this when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're happy, any emotion you have. Well, to be fair, you can play any fighting game when you're mad or anything. And I think that's what I like most about fighting games, that you can play them with almost any emotion. Because they'll just...
play Grand Theft Auto when you're mad.
You can do that too.
That's what I do.
To be fair, though, you can also play Red Dead 2 when you're mad.
Nah, I'll just go cheat Grand Theft Auto because you can actually do like automatic weapons and everything. You can run people over with a car. You can't do that in Red Dead.
But yeah, one of the best Dragon Ball Z games to date. I wish that they put out another version of this, or maybe a HD remastered version. I would buy that in a heartbeat. It was that good, and I wish there was like a what if saga to that.
When did it come out?
07, I think.
Alright guys, that was our top 10 video games of all time. Let us know yours in the comments below.
And remember, if it's not the same as ours, it's automatically invalid, and there's something very wrong with you.
You're going to say that for every single video, aren't you?
Exactly.
I'm already regretting this decision already. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll be sure to put the links in the description below to Darries' channel. Go be sure to check him out. Okay, I was waiting to see if you were going to actually say what you already have been saying.
Okay, give it a lot.
You missed your chance. You missed your chance.
Give it a lot of this.
No, forget it. You missed your chance. As always, like me on Facebook at JMash97, follow me on Twitter at JMash97, follow me on Instagram at JMash_97. All those social media links are in the description below. Mash out.
Mash out.
You go ahead and say it. I'll put it in there after I say mash out.
Mash out.
No, I mean what you were going to say with the dislike.
I mean what you were going to say when I was going to do that stuff.
Are you going to do the dislikes?
Are you going to do the dislikes or not?
Are you sorry?
Mash out.